best story ever. This man was caught on camera proposing to his girlfriend in KFC in South Africa. But then this Twitter user, who's a self-proclaimed journalist, said on Twitter, "South African men are so broke they even propose at KFC. They have absolutely no class. I mean, who proposes at KFC?" And this tweet went viral. But the response to this woman's tweet was incredible. Like, Coca-Cola offered to sponsor all the soft drinks at a wedding. This jewelry company offered to sponsor the wedding rings. They even received honeymoon offers, like a free 5-night stay at a resort in Cape Town. I'm very jealous. And all in all, they had a massive list of sponsors at the end, including lingerie for the bride. And now the couple has gotten their dream wedding surrounded by a lot of love and a lot of people who support them. And this Twitter user got so much backlash that they made their profile private.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing another voiceover. So if you got to this part of the video, you have seen that video. And let me tell you something, that is so funny, but we're gonna break it down and we're gonna talk about it. So after watching that video, what do you learn? What do we learn from this video? What I've learned from this video is that hypergamy will never, ever be mainstream. It's not gonna happen. We can dream about it and we can dream of this utopia where women wake up and they know their worth and they start marrying up, they start leveling up, etc. We can all dream of that, but it is not mainstream. It will never be mainstream. You are the minority. If you are watching this video, you are either someone with a hypergamous mindset, you're probably in the level up community, you're probably a social climber, or you're probably a bitter dusty or a red pill. These are these are literally the only people that are watching this video right now. It is not mainstream. If hypergamy was mainstream, this video will literally get millions of views. It is not. If you see a video about hypergamy that is presented in a positive light, society is going to find a way to push back at it, call you a gold digger, blah blah blah, yada yada. You all know how it goes. This is life. I'm sorry. This is real. Hypergamy will never ever be mainstream. If you're a woman or a man that is creating hypergamy based content, because I know there are some men that are making content, hypergamous content, geared towards women, and maybe men, I don't know what y'all are doing. But if that is you, you need to start charging for your content. You need to create a safe space so that you can share your content. You need to have a paywall behind your content. You have to. Because there is no way that your listeners, your viewers, your followers are going to experience any kind of growth on their journey if you put in that content out there to be critiqued and ripped apart by mainstream society. I am telling you, since I've started charging for my content, and believe it or not, I don't charge that much. You can literally, listen, some of y'all are paying Tinder more than what I charge for some of my content. But let me tell you something. You have to create a safe space. You have to vet people in those spaces before you let them in order for you to see growth and results with your work. Hypergamy will never, ever, ever be mainstream. Now, I mean, look at that video. I'm happy for the couple. I'm so happy that they were able to get their dream wedding. That is all sweet and everything like that. But the young lady that made that post on Twitter, and first of all, if you have Twitter, why are you on Twitter? Like, oh my God, I would never ever go on that app. That app is, in my opinion, that app is trash. Literally the most toxic social media app on the planet. But I digress. So the reason why she made that tweet is because that's her normal way of thinking. She is probably someone in the level of community. She's probably someone in the hypergamy community. And she's thinking that, this is normal. Ladies, let me tell you something. This is not normal. unfortunately, we think it's normal, but it's not. And I've made a video explaining to you all before, and I think I even had an entire meeting on my Patreon about this. Women are not hypergamous. The hypergamous ones are usually the men, and it has always been like that in history. People talking about women are hypergamous by nature, they don't know women, they don't understand women. Okay? So you're probably thinking, what are you talking about? Women are not hypergamous by nature. All right, hear me out. Before we had our freedom to choose our partners, who was choosing our partners for us? It was our fathers, and it was maybe the community. You, as a woman, had no part in choosing a partner at all. And your father or your priest or your community or whoever that was in charge of the choosing, they did a better job than you. Now women have all this freedom, and we have all the freedom to choose whatever man we want. And how is that working for us? How is that working for us? Because back in the day when our fathers were the one that was choosing for us, he would make sure that he choose someone that can provide for you. Women are choosing men that are not providers. Women are choosing broke men. Women are choosing men that are feminine. Women are choosing literally the worst type of guys. And they are doing that on their own, without the help of their fathers, because we no longer have our father and our community to help us choose. That's why I say that women are not hypergamous by nature. I believe it was the men, because your father used to listen. Your father, let's say if you were born in the 1800s and it's time for you to get married, especially if you were born in the upper class, your father would negotiate your dowry, because that's how they made money. Marriage was a business. Men are the hypergamous queens, not you, not us. And they give us the freedom to choose on our own. And how dare us, how dare you as a woman choose a man above your status? How dare you? How dare you? So you gotta ask yourself, why are we getting this type of pushback? Because this is not what society wants. I do not believe that hypergamy is going to become mainstream. I think it's going to keep going all the way back underground. And if you're listening and you're new here, you should subscribe to this channel, and you should come sign up to my Patreon if you're serious about your level up journey. My next point is, I love how corporate came on board and sponsored that entire wedding. Cooperation. Okay, all these corporate businesses came on board and sponsored that wedding, because these people they know their market, they know their target audience. They know the majority of y'all are broke and dusty. They know y'all don't have high aspirations. They know y'all don't want to do the work. You don't want to level up. You would rather live vicariously through others. So they know you, okay? And they know that couple is relatable. So of course they're going to jump on that opportunity to not only shame women with standards, but manipulate the pick-me's and the dusties into thinking that their choices are, noble or admirable or whatever, and hashtag relatable. And I mean, come on, the poor girl had to put her account on private. She received so much backlash, so much backlash. Now tell me, if hypergamy was mainstream, do you think that she would be receiving that much backlash? Do you think we will be receiving this much pushback? Why does Shira Seven has so many haters? Why does she have so many trolls on her channel? Why? Why do you think I have to have private Facebook groups, and I have to have a Patreon where we can have private meetings behind closed doors, or not behind closed doors, but you know what I mean, away from the prying eyes of these people? And the reason for that is because you cannot thrive in an unsafe environment. YouTube is unsafe. TikTok is also unsafe, because you're on here speaking your mind willy-nilly, thinking that it's not going to affect you, and some of y'all are showing your faces, talking all that. I mean, Listen, I've been doing this for a while, so, you know, whatever backlash I get, it comes to the territory. Okay? That girl that made that tweet, she really thought that she was safe. Because if she felt unsafe, she wouldn't have made that tweet. She probably did not expect that tweet to go viral. And unfortunately, it did. And again, I'm seeing a pattern, ladies. Because recently in my country, there was a whole debate about a $200 date. Okay? And $200 in my currency is literally less than 40 US. And people were coming, like those girls that were saying that they don't want to accept a $200 date because, you know, it's not worth it, and they spend more on their skincare or whatever. The entire country were coming for those girls' throats. Hypergamy will never be mainstream. And if you are discussing hypergamy or hypergamy type content on the internet in public, just know that you are not safe. You need to find a community, a closed, private community, so that you can have your discussions and you can go on your journey and achieve your dreams and your goals. It's that simple. That whole video was a mess. I'm not gonna lie. I feel really, really bad for that poor girl. I really do. But I'm just here to remind you, ladies, that just be careful of what you're posting on the internet. If you're on Twitter, just be careful, because I feel like Twitter is literally the most unsafe app there is. Because at least on TikTok, they're going to show your content to people that are similar to you. At least on Facebook, you can make your Facebook groups private, and you can screen people that are coming in. You can make a Facebook group that only allows women, etc., and you have a safe space. But on Twitter and YouTube's and this internet streets, it's not safe. Stop talking about your standards. Like, do not express your standards, ladies. Do not tell anyone anything. I mean, it just reminds me of that whole bus driver, would you date a bus driver question. I wouldn't have answered that question if I was in her position. Do not show your cards, ladies. Remain mysterious, and don't express your standards to no one, because your standards are not mainstream. It is not quote unquote normal. This is not where society is going. Society does not want hypergamy, because hypergamy is going against society. Society is trying to erase gender norms, and they're trying to turn men into women and women into men. You think they have time for women that are trying to level up, women that are marrying up and creating a legacy and starting a family? You think they don't have time for that? They don't want you doing that. As far as we're concerned, hypergamy is only for the rich, and you with your broke ass, or maybe you came from a working class background, you don't deserve to marry up. Like, how dare you? This is why there is so much gatekeeping. And this is why I tell you, ladies, like, you really have to level up your social status. And this is why you need to come and join my private groups, come and join my Patreon if you're serious about this journey. So, again, find a safe community and thrive in those communities. We all know that most people marry people of of similar status, okay? If you are broke, most likely you're going to marry someone broke, or maybe someone a little less broke, but guess what? You're both going to be broke. If you're middle class, most likely you're going to marry another middle class person. If you are upper class, most likely you're going to marry someone that is upper class. Yes, there are countless people that were able to marry wealthy, but these people were not quote unquote lucky. These people were very strategic. These people were social climbers. Because in order for you to get into the circle of the wealthy, where you can meet affluent men, you have to climb the social ladder. You just have to. And this is what I teach the women in my community. So, again, this is your last warning. Please take heed and remember that hypergamy is not mainstream, and it will never be mainstream. So be careful where you posting. Be careful who you're talking to. That's all I have to say for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in another video. Bye.